When I think about Queen Elizabeth II, what really stands out to me is just how long she was on the throne 70 years, starting in 1952 and continuing all the way to 2022. That is not just impressive, it is officially the longest reign in British history. And when you look at it closely, it is clear that kind of consistency shaped how the monarchy functioned over time. Now, if we follow that timeline, something interesting shows up. King Charles III spent decades as the heir, preparing for a role that would not come for a long time. At the same time, Prince William gradually stepped into more visible duties, showing how responsibilities shift across generations within the royal family. When I find most notable is that what I found most notable is that no British monarchy before her reached this milestone. That is not interpretation, it is based on official records. So when we break it down together, it really highlights a rare kind of continuity where the same monarch remained at the center while the people around her and their roles evolved over decades. If we go back to how Queen Elizabeth II actually became queen, the time is very precise. On 6 February 1952, her father King George the 6th passed away, and at that exact moment, her role changed. There was no gap or delay, which is how the British monarchy is designed to work. I find it interesting how immediate that shift is. One moment she is the daughter of the reigning monarch, and the next she is the sovereign herself, with full constitutional responsibilities. We can see that this process is not symbolic, it is a structured system that ensures continuity. If you look at it from another angle, this also defines how the line of succession operates. King Charles III, for example, became the heir at the same point in 1952. That single event reshaped roles across the royal family instantly. What stands out to me is how the tradition is fully documented by the royal household. So when we break it down, it shows a system built to continue without interruption, where roles shift immediately but the institution itself remains stable. When I look at Queen Elizabeth II role it is not limited to the United Kingdom. She served as head of state in the UK and also in several Commonwealth realms, which are independent countries that recognized her as their monarch. That structure is formally defined, not informal or symbolic. I think it helps to separate two roles here. As head of state, she carried out constitutional duties like state opening of parliament and official appointments. At the same time, she has head of the Commonwealth, which is a different position focused on cooperation between member countries, not political authority. If we look at how this worked in practice, other members of the royal family were involved too. King Charles III, for example, supported Commonwealth engagements during her reign, which reflects how responsibility are shared within the institution. What stands out to me is how these roles connect the royal family to multiple nations. When we break it down, it shows a system where duties extend beyond one country while still remaining clearly defined. When I look at the platinum jubilee, I see it as a clearly defined milestone in the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. It marks 70 years on the throne, which which she reached in 2022, and this is officially recognized by the British royal family. From a structural point of view, it is a rare point in royal history. I find it helpful to frame this as a timeline marker. The Jubilee itself is not a new concept, it is a royal tradition used to mark long reigns. In this case, it highlights that no previous British monarch reached 70 years, which is confirmed through historical records. If we look at how the royal family participated, King Charles III and Prince William were both involved in official Jubilee events. The participation reflects how royal duties are distributed across members during major national milestones. What I notice here is how the Jubilee brings together official recognition and public engagements. When we break it down, it shows a documented event where the length of a reign and the involvement of senior royals are both clearly recorded and acknowledged with the royal family framework.